It's that time of week when Paul Merson joins us for his Super 6 predictions. But look, no Merson today. So it is that man there, Jamie Redknapp. Now, you'd much rather see him over here, because here he is. Very good morning to you, Jamie.
You're lumbered with me this morning, Rob.
Well, no, it's FA Cup weekend, so obviously harder to predict, isn't it? That's why you're here, obviously. So let's put our thinking caps on and let's get to the first game.
£1 million, Rob.
£1 million, right? Nice. I could do with that.
We'll share it. We'll share it.
Excellent, okay. Excellent. OK, let's start. Huddersfield taking on Birmingham. Right, what have you gone for here?
I've gone for a Huddersfield win. Birmingham on a bad run. Steve Cottrell's not got to grips with the job, really, since he's gone there. And I think, for Huddersfield's point of view, Premier League safety, that's what they want. But they might look at this game as they need to get some confidence. They've been on a bad run in the Premier League, so I've gone with a Huddersfield win. Midweek games for the Premier League side, so that's not going to be easy, juggling the team. But I feel it's almost a case of being at home, getting some momentum, getting some wins somehow, and that's what's going to turn the crowds around. And I'm going to go for a Huddersfield win here, 2-1. Yeah,
Huddersfield got Liverpool midweek, so I hear what you're saying. Let's go on to Hull, who take on Nottingham Forest. We know what Nottingham Forest did last time. What will they do this time?
Well, I've gone with a Nottingham Forest win. New manager, had a great result last week against Wolves as well, and obviously beating Arsenal in the Cup. Hull are struggling, so I've gone with Nottingham Forest to keep up that good run of form. Confidence is running, very high at the moment, and you know what? They go on a good run in the FA Cup, and that's what I think a lot of fans would like to see, that, because you never quite know. You get all of a sudden, you get to the quarter-finals, anything can happen.
OK, not an easy one for Brighton. They go to Middlesbrough tomorrow. What do you think of this one?
You know, I was at the game last week when Brighton played Chelsea, and they didn't actually play that badly, but they were just undone by what was an Eden Hazard masterclass. I've gone with a Middlesbrough win. Again, Tony Pulis normally doesn't pay a lot of interest to the FA Cup when he was in the Premier League, but they're going well. I think they might just edge this one. Chris Hughton will be looking at the midweek fixtures. That's what they want to do. They want to try and stay in the Premier League. I think if this was a home game, I would obviously fancy Brighton, but I'm going to go with a Middlesbrough win here.
OK, yeah. Brighton away at Southampton in midweek, so that's another one to take into account. All Premier League tie. Next, this is Southampton against Watford, the first game for Javi Gracia. OK, will he start with a win?
I'm not so sure. I thought Southampton were very good last week against Tottenham. Played well, they worked hard, they got after them, and that was the Southampton that we've seen over the last few years. And a Watford side that, they're in disarray. They've got to be extremely careful. Start of the season, we're talking about maybe even being contenders to get in the Europa League. They're in freefall. Whether a new manager can come in and change their fortunes remains to be seen. But I've gone for a Southampton win here. I think this is one of those where Premier League safety is what they both want, obviously. But I think Southampton at home advantage might just pip this one. OK, Carlos Carvalhal
has only lost once since taking over Swansea. So how do you see their trip to Notts County going?
This is probably, I've gone for a draw here, and it wouldn't be the result that I don't think Swansea would want. Notts County are in good form. Swansea, I have to be honest, I looked at them a few weeks, when they lost to Liverpool in the league, I thought, that's it, free fall, they're going to go down. But they've turned it around. New managers come in. I thought the performance against Liverpool was, I think the manager has to take a lot of credit, because he said it himself, you have to slow down a Formula 1 car, and that's exactly what they did. They worked hard, they looked like they're trying for the manager. Not that the previous manager were not at the right level, but somehow this guy's made them click. I don't think this will be the result they want. This is obviously... Is this the last one? Is this the one that's going to win us the million?
No, we got one more.
One more after this, OK. But this is the 1-1 I've gone here. Replay. We'll see. But it's a hard one to call this.
OK. Because they've got Arsenal coming up midweek as well, so that's come into your thinking. OK, so this is the one that's going to win us a million.
Great stuff, Rob.
West Ham take on Wigan. They've got a lot of injuries, West Ham, haven't they? So have Wigan got a chance?
They have. No Lanzini, but I'm still going to go for a West Ham win here. Wigan beat Bournemouth in the last round, and I'm not sure, because they're obviously flying high in the league, whether they perhaps wanted to go through, if that makes sense. Got a good manager there. And obviously they just want to come up, and I think that's important. I've just got it for a West Ham win. Lots of injuries, but I've just got that feeling they're going to go there and win and go on a bit of a cup run. West Ham, last time they won the FA Cup was... who scored the winner in that final? Trevor Brooking. I was there. Yeah. So that was... those days, they'd like... Yeah, good header. Stooping header. So maybe I've gone for a West Ham win here, and that's the one that's going to win us the million, Rob.
Let's hope so. Remember, you've got to be over 18 to play. Full terms and conditions available on the Super 6 website. That's super6.skysports.com. Now, if if we have a little conflict, want to change our mind about the Swansea one, maybe, or who knows, you've got up until 3 o'clock tomorrow to get your entries in.
Perfect.
So time to ponder those ones.